adventure.
Now you want me to start from the beginning?
Yeah, start from the beginning.
Okay. The story begins in Seoul. This is not a direct quote, I'm just recapping. Okay. The story begins in Seoul. And the scene is an empty faculty room at a school that teaches English. And the room is deserted. It's before the last class of the night. Just about to end. And the chairs are all pushed away from the desks, and overburdened coat rack with coats and jackets, and there's mittens and gloves and scarves on the floor underneath the coat rack. And there's a little wind-up clock, the chicken that pecks at kernels and corners. Minutes go by, and in a minute or two, this very pale-eyed woman comes into the room, and she lays all her books on her desk and sits in a chair and lights up a cigarette. This is the smoking room, the smoking faculty room. And she's smoking a cigarette, and then another teacher comes in. This is a man who's very smooth-faced. He also lights up a cigarette, and he and the woman exchange a few snide remarks at each other. And then in comes another teacher, and this one's very dapper, another man. And he sits up his foot on a chair and shines his shoe. And more and more teachers come in. The next teacher comes in. This red-haired woman bounces in and bounces out and leaves a message to tell so-and-so this and that. Generally, all the teachers come and go. And one teacher is never actually seen in the room. She's out in the hall making copies. So she's not actually in the teacher's room, but you can hear her voice calling in the room from time to time. People shout out a question, she shouts back an answer. And same goes for this non-smoking when the teachers come and go, pick up their things, leave for the night. So the last class ends at 10 o'clock, so most of the teachers are gone by 10:30. But one by one they leave, and finally the last teacher leaves, and the rooms are deserted again and dark. It's a very cold night, and now the coat racks are all bare because they've just taken their coats and jackets with them as they left. And the next scene takes place in an apartment in Boston. And there is, in fact, a woman sitting on a couch in a sort of untidy apartment. And her boyfriend is making videos over in a corner, and her neighbor next door is overlooking it. Like, there's magazines and newspapers all over the front, and they just sort of like, perusing things off the floor. So this first woman starts complaining about, oh, I should have taken that job in Colombia, and, here it is, it's February, and coming up, and I don't have any work or anything, and it's a big drag. So, I'm just sitting there, this woman's complaining. The videotape has got some horrible poetry droning away. So then, the phone rings. So the woman jumps up and goes into the other room. Meanwhile, in the living room, the boyfriend and the neighbor next door are just going on with the business, drinking coffee and, watching videos and reading the magazines. Then the woman comes back into the room and she says, she looks sort of startled. She says, I'm going to Korea. That's the end of that segment. And the next scene is this woman is on an airplane and she's going to Korea. And she's thinking how it all began when she answered the phone that day back in Boston 10 days ago. And how, it seemed like a very good deal. It's a 3-month contract. You got a luxury apartment, you shared with another teacher, you got free Korean lessons, so it sounded like a pretty good deal. And then the guy on the telephone had said, by the way, we ought to tell you the staff might be a little bit depressed because one of the teachers was killed in December. And I said, oh, yeah, it's really too bad. So he said, oh, yeah, right. He said it wasn't connected to the anti-American riots or anything like that. He said it was a personal matter. So the woman goes, oh, well, she thinks to herself, well, personal matter, I better not try and act like I'm butting in here. I'll just take the job and shut up. Case closed. So she says, okay, no time. So she's on the plane, she's remembering all this and how she got here. She's wondering if maybe she should have at least asked a couple more questions about this murder. But, it's evidently solved anyway. And she promised her neighbor she'd write her all of the details about this teacher's, mysterious killing when she got there, because they both like to read murder mysteries. So, and then she remembers how back in Boston, after she decided to take the job, her boyfriend and her looking at this big globe that's rolling around on the floor. And the boyfriend says, be careful, even if it is only for 3 months. So,
get out of here, you're driving me crazy.
So, she remembered that. And then she kind of looked around herself, because she'd heard there was supposed to be 2 other new teachers on this flight as well. So she looked around to see if she could figure out, who were the teachers. And it wasn't that hard, because almost everybody else on the flight was Korean. So fun. So she settles down, she's looking at a touristic magazine about Korea, land of the morning calm. End of segment. Next thing, the other thing she remembered when she was on the flight was how she had this tourist visa, and she had to lie because she was doing another job. So anyhow, now she's at customs, and she has to go through passport control, and the guy says, oh, I see you're a teacher. She goes, yeah. He goes, you can't work here, So she says, work, last thing I'm online, I'm on vacation. He goes, okay. She says, I just really always wanted to come to Korea, and I wanted to learn the alphabet, And he smiles. She says, okay. So she goes over to the baggage carousel, and one of the other Americans on the flight comes up to her and says, oh, you're the other new teacher for the ELL school? And she goes, yeah. She She goes, where's the other one? It's supposed to be another one, isn't it? She goes, didn't you see what happened? And the woman says, no. What happened? She didn't make it. And he goes, what? She goes, no, they stopped her at passport control. She was on a tourist visa. We're all on that tourist visa thing. And they asked to see her cash, and she didn't have enough cash, so they sent her back to Hawaii. She goes, the woman goes, Jesus, I'm glad they didn't check to see much money I had.